when I'm watching Steve Kerr, Monte, and I don't know his situation. Obviously, he can sign an extension. Joe Lacob probably would offer it, but it's starting to feel like this is Steve Kerr's last season. Just my gut is it's starting to feel like he looks a little burnt out. He looks like he's running out of answers with this roster. Some of the rhetoric and some of his language at the podium, in terms of how he's speaking, it feels like we're watching the last season where he's going to be on the sidelines for the Golden State Warriors. And he may sign an extension tomorrow. Who knows? But just what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and some of the body language, it feels like this is the last ride with Steve Kerr.
You're not the first person to get that vibe. I had people tell me before the season that they wouldn't be surprised if this is Steve's last year. And then Steve comes out and says he's not worried about an extension. He's not even thinking about it. And I'm like, yeah, he's trying to decide whether he wants to keep doing this, at least in this situation. I mean, Bob Myers got out in time, okay? And it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You know, Joe wants to win, and he's spending a ton of money to try and win. And there were times when Bob, you know, he and Bob had to butt heads, and Bob had to talk him down, you know.
Right.
And there have been times when Bob had talked him down about Steve.
Yep.
You know, so Bob isn't there anymore. Now it's Mike, and Mike's putting together a roster that you think is gonna work, and it's not working. It's not working.
It's not working.
And Steve is there trying to figure out a way for it to work. And I'm not sure there's a coach that has ever coached that can take a roster like this and make it a champion. I mean, you've got Steph. So, yeah, you got a puncher's chance if you get to the playoffs. And there is some belief in the Warriors locker room is that if they just get to the playoffs, their vets can kind of get them where they want to go. But you don't want to limp in at a play-in team. That just means more games to try and get the veterans to where they need to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, is Steve going to come back next year? I wouldn't be surprised based on what I've heard and based on what I'm seeing if he chooses not to.
Yep.
You know, I'd be shocked. And on the other hand, I'd be shocked if he signs an extension.
I would too. I would be too. Yep. That's where I'm at.
Because he's looking at this roster too and knowing that if they can't do it this year, well, with this core, those guys are going to be a year older next year.
Yep.
And how long can Steph keep being spectacular?
He's unbelievable.
You know, I think Steph could play till he's 40.
He's averaging 34 over his last 9 games.
Yeah.
Shooting over 50% from the floor and 40 from 3. I mean,
where's his support?
Where is the support? Watching last night, the way he was cooking, I was like, I hope this doesn't turn out like the Kobe Lakers, where Kobe's getting his and they're not winning games. That's what you don't want to happen.